Pacers on the track, fourth race. It's the Winback Farm Pace for 2-year-old fillies. The one, the Fun Marshall, owned by Silverman, Kinsey, McInerney, and Gluckman. Trained by Richie Silverman, driving Scott Zeron. 2, Movie Town, owned by Bay Pond Racing Stables. Jeff Stafford, the trainer. Brian Sears, the driver. 3 is Cash Roll, owned by Louis Palumbo of Eastchester. Rick Ringler trains. Andy Miller drives. 4 is So Rude, owned by Jeff Lyons, Glenn Goller, and Abraham Bazin. Trained by Scott D. Domenico, driving Jim Morrill Jr. 5 is Racine Bell, owned by Chris and Dale Lawton of Verona. Dave Dewhurst trains. Jason Bartlett drives. 6, Hidden Cove, owned by Irv Miller Stable. L. Willinger, G. Galomez, and D. Van Witzenberg. Irv Miller trains. Marcus Miller drives. There's a 7, Murga Hanover, owned by Tom and Scott Dillon, Joe Sabraco, and W.J. Donovan. Trained by Ron Burke, driving Matt Kikali. In the 8, Galleria Gal, owned by Teresa Donnelly and Fernando Amesti Jr. Trained by John Berger, driving Ty Buter. Let's field the Pacers for the fourth race. Start of the mid-double, exacta try, superfecta wagering. It's the Winback Farm Pace. And a big happy birthday tonight to New York Sire Stakes owner Ken Jacobs. Daughter calls the Pacers. Big Batavia Downs welcome tonight to our chairman of the board from Monroe County. We welcome Mr. Richard Bianchi. Also board officials from Livingston and Niagara County. A big welcome to Tom Wamp and Elliot Winter. Also in attendance tonight, former president of Western Regional Off-Track Betting. Welcome back, Mr. Marty Bassinet. Welcome, Marty. Glad to have you with us. Fourth race field, the Pacers at the top of the stretch. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. Racine Bell. We know she could leave the gate. She's out there winging. The Fun Marshall on the inside second. In between them, Cash Roll. Murga. Hanover's going to have to settle for fourth. So Rude got away in fifth. Movie Town is sixth. Your trailers are Hidden Cove and Galleria Gal as they swing to the quarter. Scotty Z and the Fun Marshall on the lead by 2. Racine Bell is second. Cash Roll third. 27-4. Murga Hanover paces along in fourth for Kikali inside fifth. That's So Rude as they pace around the paddock turn and headed up to the half. Movie Town is sixth. Underway, Hidden Cove and Galleria Gal as they headed up to the half-mile marker. Your leader, 5-2 second choice, the Fun Marshall. Racine Bell gets a trip in second. First over Cash Roll, second over Murga Hanover. They're 4 in and 4 out, and that's what we call a horse race as they race around the top's turn, payoff half. The second quarter was slowed down a bit. The Fun Marshall on top. Cash Roll and Andy Miller pressing on the outside. Inside third, Bartlett prone in the sulky with Racine Bell at 38-1. And here comes Kikali with Murga Hanover. They're at 3/4 in 126-1, and they're pacing now. Your leader is the Fun Marshall. Murga Hanover is 3 wide in the turn as the Fun Marshall and Scotty Zeron starts to kick away. Racine Bell is second. Murga Hanover far outside. Here comes Hidden Cove through the stretch. It's all the Fun Marshall having some fun tonight. Put a circle around the Fun Marshall. Racine Bell second in 1:54-2.
Peter Kleinans called that one. He liked the one.
I like the one, and Murga Hanover was forced to go 3 wide early because Cash Roll couldn't quite carry her, and that really took a lot out of her momentum. You see she's already a little bit tired here. Surprising, but that's what happens sometimes on a half-mile track when you're forced to move early. Meanwhile, the Fun Marshall retook out of Racine Bell, who got to the top. We were talking about Jason Bartlett not being afraid to take a shot with a long shot. He fired right out to the front end with Racine Bell, and that allowed him to get a very good trip and hold on for second here. Meanwhile, the Fun Marshall retook without any kind of challenge, had the whole race to herself from there on. Back the second quarter down to 30-2. Another slow second quarter. I don't think we're going to see this all night, but we've seen it in the first 4 races.
Again, again, a perfect drive. And, man, when he said it's time to go, he just burst away. Now, let me tell you, folks, if you played the 5 in this race, this exact is close to $200. It's going to be just under $200. So
that's
this
unbelievable.
Is a big number.
We've all figured Racine Bell would be involved. She was. Let's send it back up.
Back to the winner's circle, the one, the Fun Marshall, a 2-year-old filly by So Surreal out of the Arturo mare Hallmark Hanover. Owned by Silverman, Kinsey Arnold, McInerney, and Gluckman. Richie Silverman, the winning trainer. Scott Zeron, the winning driver, 154-2. This is a new lifetime mark for the Fun Marshall. Fourth race, the Winback Farms Pace. Representative for Winback Farms, we welcome Ron Okram, the Director of Racing for the New York State Gaming Commission, and Brad Mayoni, Director of Communications. Fourth race, Darlene Weiss, the groom of the Fun Marshall. It's official. 1-5 exacta, 156.50. The trifecta, 154, $525. Dollar Super paid $498. Here's the rundown. The Fun Marshall, the winner, Movie Town 8, Cash Roll 6, So Rude 3. Racine Bell 2, Hidden Cove 5, Murga Hanover 4, Galleria Gal 7. Rechecking 186-32547 on the bottom. Time of the mile 154-2. And we're going to head it back downstairs to Heather Wilder with fourth race reaction.
I'm here again. Oh, headshot. Very good. Good job. Oh, jeez. One more. Let's do one more. I don't have anything for you. It's all right. I got it. Very nice. All right. Thank you.
Some happy owners in the winner's circle of the Fun Marshall. Champion tonight of the Winback Farms Pace.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, I'm joined in the winner's circle by winning driver Scott Zeron. Is there anyone more fun to win a race for than the Silvermans?
No, it's great. I mean, he owns part of the horse, and we've really took our time with her all year, and to draw the rail was definitely a help, but she was also primed and ready for this race.
You drove her perfectly. You rated your fractions, and she just drew away from.
Yeah, I've never had her on front, so I didn't know how she'd take it, and she, I started her up, then she came right back to me, and then when I asked her, when I saw the favorite was going 3 wide out the backstretch, she paced as fast as she could to the wire, so I was impressed.
She was very impressive. Tell me a little bit about George Descharmes, the trotter in the next race without a warning.
Yeah, she's very nice. I'm happy with the post, and 2 favorites drew inside of us. And I'm just hoping to be stalking and then pounce on the end of it.
Well, I'm so happy for you all, and back to you, Joe.
Okay, again, the winner of the Winback Farm Pace, the Fun Marshall, time of 154-2, and that is a new lifetime mark for this So Surreal filly. We gave you the rundown and the prices. Kevin, back to you.
Well, that was Peter Kleinhand's selection, and he couldn't have been any more right.
Got the win, but we talked about the 5. We both thought the 5 had a shot in there. We thought the 4 had a shot in there. And look at the prices on these exotics. This has been the story so far tonight. Some favorites are close to favorites winning, but the exactas, the trifectas, the superfectas, huge throughout the evening so far.
And I have to apologize. Apparently my my app did not update because I thought the exacta was close to 200. So if you were expecting 200, I apologize. But 156, still a big number on that exacta.
Not bad at all when you've got 2 horses who figured to very possibly set up one too.